Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me again, family and friends, at Maria Loves to Talk. And what am I talking about, you guys? Yes, I am doing a continuation. And no, I am not doing perfume, but I will have a large perfume haul later on at the end of this month. And just information stories for you guys. Pastors misbehaving, or better yet, I will call it pedo pastors misbehaving. Okay, so hey, if this is something you're interested in, you want to know more about it, you want to know, maybe, hey, it might be your pastor I am talking about. If it's not for you, and it is going to be a little graphic, I understand. Hey, you guys, it's a billion videos on YouTube. Take your pick. So for the ones who are staying, I want to thank you. You know the drill. Get you some snacks, something fun, something good, something maybe healthy. Celery sticks on peanut butter. I don't know. Maybe some homemade vanilla ice cream. Hey, come on back, click like and subscribe. Let's get into this video because I have a couple of these people that I'm trying to just add all into this one video. So let's get started. The first one here, he looks like, he just looks like he had something wrong with him. I don't know. Local pastor arrested for molesting children, the DA says. Older man, he looked like he about 80, 90 years old. I don't know who are leaving their kids with him unattended or what, and most likely he ain't new to this. He been doing this for a while. Pope, Mississippi. I've never heard of Pope, Mississippi. A local pastor has been arrested for charges that include MOLES. Y'all know what the rest is. Children. Pastor Willie Forrest was arrested. They're saying Monday, but this is from August 2020. District Attorney John Champion. He was the pastor of Spring Hill Pope Missionary Baptist Church. And what gets me with a lot of these people that I'm looking at, these are these old dudes, yes, I'm going there, that preach brimstone and hellfire against women who are wearing makeup, lipstick, and hey, they might be wearing some little extra. Women who dye their hair red or blonde. I remember going to a church, I'm not going to go too much into it. I was invited, this was back in the day, by a friend to this church, and the pastor was just fixated on, first of all, I'm a guest, so you should be thanking me for coming in your church, invited me to come back, and he spent like the entire sermon talking about women wearing makeup and their hair dyed blonde. Yes. Okay, so going back to this old man. Forrest is charged with 3 counts of molesting young children, and more charges could be coming. He's charged with molesting the children at the church and his property. He's booked at the Tate County Jail and no bond information. Okay, so I'll get some more information on this man. And he just, to me, he kind of looks creepy, but he kind of looked like your just regular old Joe grandpa. You know, grandpa type of dude. Maybe, you know, do a little mechanic work. Maybe come to the house, do a little, you know, carpentry work. Maybe lawnmower man. Again, I would have really never suspected something like that. And then and then what gets me, you're in the church with it, the house of God. Okay, that should be, that's holy ground to me. And I don't care if it's a black church, a mixed church, a Jewish church, a Chinese, a Hispanic church. To me, once I see church, or I see a cross, or I see, or if it's Islamic or synagogue, to me, that's holy ground we walking on. We've got to show some respect, some reverence. So I don't understand it, you guys. Okay, moving on. Pastor, 55, meaning he's a man of a certain age, and his wife, 56, are arrested after 8 disabled people are found imprisoned in the basement of their Georgia home. Remember, I shared with you on one of my videos, I don't remember, but y'all go back and y'all check out my videos. We had a family friend of a friend. He was an older man. He was a pastor. No, he wasn't a predator. forgot what that man's name was, but he would fix things, you know. He would come to the house, fix things. So he had told my mom about one of his friends who had a, I think it was a senior citizen, or was it a homeless shelter type of thing. And my mama had met these people because we went to that place because he would have church on Sundays and he invited us to go. So when he wasn't at the home church where we all attended, he would go there on Sundays to deliver the word to these people. So we met a couple. They were homeless. They were in their either late 30s or mid 40s, and they had asked my mom when they found out she was from Louisiana. And I think she had mentioned something about gumbo. She said, could you please, 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 you know, can we just get a little thing of gumbo? We haven't had, you know, good home cooking in a long time. So my mom, being your original Louisiana French Creole woman, and no, when I say French Creole, I'm not talking about people that look, because I know y'all get in your mind, Lena Horne, Mariah Carey, meaning y'all thinking about light skin, real light fair. No, she was dark, chocolate brown lady. So we brought, in most those type of homes, whether it's a Cajun family or a Creole French family, people are used to cooking big pots of gumbos and always giving, always free, willing to share what they have and invite you over, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Y'all know the drill. Okay, so we didn't send over a little small. My mama sent us over with a big old pot like this and a big thing of rice. So when I brought it over, they took me in the kitchen. Forgot what we was in the kitchen for. And that's when I noticed the woman who owned the facility had 2 or 3 ice boxes. She had them all locked up with a big old chain fence, a chain lock, locking up the food. Said she didn't want these people in her ice box, and she was getting, some of them were paying, some of them, yes, she was taking their SSI, Social Security check, and I think that's what was going on with this here. So let me read on. Curtis Keith Bankston, 55, and his wife Sophia Sim were arrested for false imprisonment after 8 residents were found in the basement. EMS arrived at their home in Griffin, Georgia to assist a patient who had suffered a seizure. Again, that's what I think this lady was running to, an unlicensed group home. They be in there taking them people money. They're not just running it for the heck of it. Authorities had to enter the basement through a window after finding the basement door to be deadbolts shut. EMS and the fire department notified the police the couple was imprisoning people inside their home and controlling their finances. The pastor has since denied the claims and said the residents could come and go as they please. No, because in a lot of cases they don't feed them either. When I worked at and I'll share with y'all on that one. Watch my videos on bread for and the welfare scandal. I'll talk to y'all about when I worked at the food stamp office, how these people would come in running these group homes or whatever, had all the people food stamps cards, wasn't feeding them, or they'll give food stamp for the facility, not feeding them. The people didn't have any food. People wasn't eating nutritious food, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so here Curtis has disputed the claims that One Step of Faith's Second Chance, their unlicensed group home, was holding people against their will. Okay, so the people were suffering mental and physical disability. They're from the ages of 25 and 65, kept in the basement, deadbolt lock. This man looks so familiar. I've seen people look like this man. He looks so familiar. Okay, so authorities said the caretakers have been leasing the property for approximately 14 months. Police in Griffin, located about 40 miles of Atlanta, reported that they found a deadbolt on the basement door. That, I mean, even if, let's say a fire was to break out, how are they gonna get out? You're not supposed to do that. That's a fire hazard. Okay, so here they said police also allege that the couple controlled the patient's finances, medications, and public benefits, and that they were often denied their medications and medical care. This is like kidnapping. On Thursday, Curtis held a press conference inside his home just hours after his wife was arrested to deny the claims, and the lawyer Dexter Wimbish stated at no time was anybody held against their will. There was no kidnapping. The lawyer did confirm that the basement door was locked daily at 8 p.m., but claimed it was a safety measure. I don't know how some of these so-called lawyers can get up there and say these things that they say, defending these people, and you know these people are just straight out guilty. Because so here, several people in the local church community who spoke on behalf of Curtis said the pastor and his wife routinely fed the poor and gave them shelter for disabled. The residents have been moved to proper housing, and 5 are now in wards of the state. And he talking about, we're going to fight this with everything we have. Man, please, you are so wrong, Pastor. Benton Harbor pastor charged with criminal conduct with a child and an adult. This one here is recent, April 2022. They say here, Leroy Lane, Lane, Jr. was accused of touching a 13-year-old girl inappropriately in September 2021. I don't know why they're coming up with it just now. The girl told officers that Lane touched her inner thigh and her backside and put her on his lap. Remember the story I told y'all about my friend, well, we're not friends anymore, at a church. I don't remember, it was Baytown, Texas or Galveston. Didn't want to tell on the pastor because the pastor was supposed to help her husband get his paperwork to become a deacon, and they didn't want to leave the church and have to start all over. Walked in after choir practice, or while choir practice was going on, and opened the door. Thought the pastor had already left, so she thought, she was free to just walk in the door. There he was sitting with a little young girl about 13, 14 on his lap, really cozy, and he heard her and she jumped off, and he started fixing his pants and whatnot. And I asked, I said, Miss P, I'm just calling Miss P. I forgot what that chick's name was. You gonna call CPS? You gonna call the police? You gonna get up and testify and let the church know that what this man's doing? You gonna tell this little girl's mama or parents what you saw? No, because I don't really know if I really saw that, or my mind or my eyes was playing tricks on me. She know better. She know better. She's a kid. How in the heck she know better? My husband's trying to be a deacon, and we don't want to have to start over at another church. I'm just gonna keep an eye out. Just saying, you guys gotta watch. You can't trust another adult or another sister or elder in the church to tell you, mom or dad, hey, the pastor did this, or I saw this, or you have to teach your child, because these adults, people be having their own motives, things of why they're not going to do something or say something, their own agenda, basically. So here, another woman, I don't know who writing this, another woman, they have women, claims that she was sexually assaulted by Lane in 2018. The victim told investigators that Lane, or Pastor Lane, really ain't a pastor, entered her house with a key that she gave him while she was sleeping. I need that sound. Why am I giving the pastor a key to my house? Why are you giving the pastor? Why the pastor got a key to your house? I'm just asking. ABC 57 News reports he entered her room unannounced a second time and attacked her again. Lane carried a handgun. He appeared in court on April the 12th. Former pastor jailed for abusing teen girl. Boy, it's a lot of perverts out here. This is current, October 2022. Hudsonville, Michigan. A former pastor at a church near Walker is serving jail time for inappropriately touching a teenage girl, one of several similar complaints against him. Ronald Van Overloop, this man is 73. I was trying to find a picture of him. Pleaded guilty to misdemeanor assault and battery and was sentenced to 45 days in the Ottawa County Jail, $350 fine. Why is the fine so low? Why is the fine so low, you guys? Authorities said the abuse that led to charges happened at the parsonage at Grace Protestant Reformed Church on 8th Avenue between 2009 and 2012. It was reported in June of last year. The victim is one of several who came forward to the sheriff's office. There were a number of allegations of Vanderloop inappropriately touching other teens, including long hugs. I don't know why, as a kid, I never liked people hugging me. I didn't like hugging. I didn't like kissing. Mom already told us don't be on people's laps. Having them sit on his lap, kissing them, and having inappropriate discussions about sex with them. The only person supposed to discuss that is your parents, mainly your mom, and if you're in one of those classes where they talk about pregnancy, blah, 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 and they used to have the parents have to sign a paper agreement or something for the teacher, whoever, to have that conversation. One complainant, now grown, said that for years she avoided going to the authorities because members of the church had been discouraged from reporting abuse, saying such complaints should be dealt with by the church. Another told investigators she was afraid no one would believe her if she was said she was being made uncomfortable. The police report said that when the Grace Board of Elders asked Vander Overloop about the allegations the summer of 2021, he denied them. He was ultimately fired. So they knew something was going on. Again, it's in the day, it's about the almighty dollar. They do not want to be sued. They do not want a lawsuit. That's what it's about. They don't want their tithes and offerings to be cut off or have to take their tithes and offering and pay for a lawsuit. So here, moving on, they saying here, they're quoting some scriptures here. Somebody said, it is my understanding that the victims in these cases were satisfied with the outcome. Fisher added, through several women came forward, most of their cases had passed a statute of limitations. In a Thursday statement, the Protestant Reformed Church of America said they was removing Overlap from his pastor in June 2021 as the allegations surfaced and was fired in January.